Calm, reflective tone. There was a brief period of time, pause, when I lived alone. Soft breath. It was right after I moved out of my parents' house, and before I met my girlfriend, before she moved in. Slight nostalgic tone. I lived in this small, one-bedroom apartment, downstairs, in someone else's house. Reflective tone. I spent a lot of time alone during this period of my life. Aside from school or work, it was mostly just me. So, I spent a lot of time watching movies. Light chuckle. Specifically, I liked scary movies. Pretty often, actually. Even as a 21-year-old guy at the time, I'd still get a little spooked trying to sleep after watching one. Especially living alone in that apartment. Slightly tense. Every time I watched a scary movie, I'd glance around the room. At a few points, I'd even turn the bedside lamp on, just to check the corners, the shadows, just to be sure. Noticing. The tenant upstairs wasn't home that night. His car wasn't in the driveway. So the sounds I was hearing couldn't have been footsteps from above, or anything like that. Nervous tone. My nerves, they really started to set in. I just kept hearing noises. And to be honest, I couldn't tell where in the house they were coming from. Soft, eerie musical cue. I got up, walked to the bedroom door, and slowly opened it. Outside was this narrow hallway, with a door to the bathroom, and at the far end, it opened up into the living room. But at the very end of that hallway, like a scene right out of the movie I'd watched not even an hour earlier, there was someone standing there, right by the kitchen. Low, shocked tone. The moonlight creeping through the bedroom windows, and from the living room, was just enough to see her. This woman, just standing there, looking right back at me. She started to walk backwards, still facing me. Sharp intake of breath. I didn't care what she was doing. I screamed and backed into my room. Slammed the door shut. Locked it. She didn't come running. No pounding on the door. Instead, I heard her running up the half flight of stairs to the apartment's exit. Then the door slammed shut. Shaken, almost whispering. I stood there, frozen in shock for at least 10 minutes, before I finally worked up the nerve to grab my phone and leave the bedroom to check the apartment. Didn't take long. It was a small place. Not many places to hide. It was empty. I rushed to the door, locked it. My mind was spinning. Who the hell was that? And how did she even get in? Quieter, unsure. I didn't call the police. I don't know why. But the next day, I called the landlord, told him everything. He made a call to the upstairs tenant. What I learned shocked me. The woman who broke into my apartment was an ex-lover of the guy upstairs. A crazy one. She had somehow found his address, but broke into the wrong part of the house. My apartment. The upstairs tenant came down the next day and apologized, but I never got much detail from him or the landlord. Lingering, unsettled tone. I still wonder what she was planning to do to him. Low, bitter tone. To hurt someone. Low, ambient music fades in. I once spent a night in jail. I know everyone says it, but I didn't do /T***. I was attacked by a bouncer at a nightclub in my hometown. Some girl I had history with. She had the nerve to lie. Told a bouncer I was touching her and her friends inappropriately. I hadn't even said a word to them. The bouncer came at me, hands on me, started shoving me out of the club. And yeah, I was drunk. So I pushed back. And of course, there were cops right outside. And between a drunk guy and a club bouncer, who do you think they're gonna believe? So yeah, I end up in handcuffs, in the back of a cop car, taken to jail. Spent the night there. The cell had nothing but a wooden bar to sit on. And this other guy across from me, he asked me, "What you in for?" I told him, "For /T***." I took one look at the guy, and I knew I didn't belong there. Tattoos on his face. Missing a front tooth. His face just said, "Don't mess with me, or I'll end you." I didn't want to piss him off, so I only talked when he talked to me. Eventually, I opened up a bit, just 'cause I was angry. I needed to vent. I told him where I was from, the nicer part of town. Told him how I had people over that night. My parents were away. We pre-gamed, went to the club, pretty much gave him the rundown of my night. I was drunk. I just wanted to sleep. But he kept talking, wouldn't shut up. Eventually, I guess he got the hint, and stopped. Next morning, we had to go to court. Yeah, I got charged. Assault and trespassing. 2 bogus charges. My cellmate was headed to court too. I saw the judge first. He was in the back, listening to everything. I got released. They set a court date. It was a total nightmare. That night, I'm at home. All the windows are open. I could hear everything outside. Then, I heard footsteps, circling the house. Multiple sets. I started shutting the windows, one by one. Then I got to the sliding glass door. It looked out to the deck. I flicked on the deck light. And immediately, two dudes ran out of the light and into the darkness. One of them was my cellmate. I slammed the blind shut and kept closing the rest of the windows. He found me. He was gonna rob us. I told him my parents were away. I basically drew him a map to the house. He must have heard my full name in court. Googled me. My name's simple. My address is just a search away. They ran. I never heard from them again that night. I never told my parents I was arrested. Which means, I never told them about how my cellmate almost robbed our house. Uneasy silence. Though I was hearing a voice, I didn't know what was being said. Not yet. I laid there, waiting for it to happen again. Scared to death. Tense pause. For a while, just crickets. And then, much closer now, I heard it. A clear voice, belonging to either a woman or a young boy. Hello. I see you there. Terrified whisper. Now I was ready to throw up. I wanted to move to the driver's seat and just drive. But I was too scared to move. I felt like, if I just stayed laying down, whoever was out there, maybe they wouldn't see me. I know it makes no sense. But hiding, not moving. That was me clinging to the hope that this wasn't actually happening. Then, a loud bang on my rear windshield. I jumped up, dove over the two front seats into the driver's seat, and started the car. Drove as fast as I could down the trail. I was terrified they were running after me. But on that rocky terrain, I could only go so fast. I didn't want to look in the rearview mirror. But when I did, I didn't see anyone. Just the red glow of my taillights on empty trees behind me. It was a nightmare. I was exhausted. But I drove the rest of the trail until I was back on pavement. Then I drove miles until I reached a motel. Some people asked me, what if it was someone stranded? Someone needing help? I say, no way. No one is out there that late. In the pitch-black woods. Laughing, without a flashlight. On some remote trail. And they wouldn't just bang on the glass like that. If they weren't trying to scare me. People are messed up. Always watch your back. And be woke to your surroundings.